Greetings to you all the corners of the world here at home. We wanted to say thank you and we want to welcome you for following Pambazuka TV online. My name is Enoch Noel, and behind the camera, Frahanwanet is there, and I hope you're gonna enjoy our discussion today. So without wasting much time, I wanted to go back and respond to the feedback that we got from our viewers and those who told us what we thought, and we wanted to respond to you back and in a respective way and in a good way that won't offend anyone. So in a nutshell, we got a few comments. Some were direct, some were put down at the Pambazuka TV down here. But without delaying, we wanted to respond from the person that we are now going to mention the name, that mentioned that those who mocked prophet of God were punished by death. As we mentioned even before, we are Christians, we are born again, and we believe that they are prophets of God, but we also believe they are false prophets. So that's no doubt. If anyone doubts, we don't know how we can convince, but we believe that there are those two kinds of prophets there. So in a nutshell, to answer to the first points about someone who liked Pambazuka said that, those who mocked the prophet of God were punished by the death. We wanted to respond to you through the Holy Book here, the Bible here. We're going to read in the book of 2 King, chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 23 to 25. This is the story about Elisha. So, as we know, the 2 King, verse 2, chapter 23 to 25, it gives the story on when Elisha was walking, Then he reached somewhere, then the younger men saw him, then they mocked at him. They called him, "You old man with the big beard," and so many things. But Elisha, as a prophet of God, turned and looked at them. He cursed them because they mocked him. He called Lord to come and do something, which we believe that if we curse the prophet of God, there should be a punishment. So the prophet of God called God right away, and the two female big bears appeared from nowhere, and then they turned these younger people into so many parts. So that was the punishment that God sent to these young men who mocked the prophet of God. So we also believe that whoever can mock the prophet of God, God punishes right away, no delay. Those who thought that whatever we talked about was mocking the prophets of God, it's not. We here at the Pambazuka TV, we believe that those who mock the prophet of God, there is a punishment. Also, someone talked about, there is a ranting and so many words, and that doesn't make any sense. Everything we talked about, prophet from Nigeria, Ghana, US, and in India. So we talk those things that we mentioned. We corrected them, and they were from the right sources. So it's not that talking too much, but someone may talk too much while there is a point. So we wanted to respond to those ones that we did not mean to mock the prophets of God, because we know the consequence. And like as we mentioned, we talked about, they prophesied that, Donald Trump is the perfect man of God. God wants him to stay in power. But then we wanted to tell you that maybe God changed his mind, or maybe this is not the right person. Maybe someone who takes kids and go put them in cages to die. Someone who calls, people from Africa shitholes and Haiti, Haitian shitholes. Maybe is this person really for God to choose? Maybe because, So anyways, all of those were the perfect example of why we brought all this together to show that did God really speak to these prophets or something else happened? So we did not mean to rant or to mock the prophets of God or to offend anyone, because what we spoke, what we said was clear. In a nutshell, we wanted to give, the few feedback on those ones, because those seems to be tough ones. Because if someone says, "Oh, you offended you mocked the prophet of God," so there should be, enough explanation. I'm sure this will, be a good example of, what would be mocking the prophet of God and what would happen. And also, we think now, things are started to move in the right way as the President of the United States, Donald Trump, begin to lose a big legal battle of, overturning the election results. And Joe Biden started to prepare to take over. And, we wish them all the best. We wish them, to serve all mankind without discrimination, without, selection, or without, with that humanity, with kindness. Serve each and every one, then the master is the one who will choose. Anyways, in Uganda too, the fire is on, as the opposition, the Bobby Wine, the 38-year-old who is trying to take over Museveni, but it's not easy. So there's a fire in the US, there's a fire in Uganda, and I saw in Guatemala, one of the government who was burnt down because, people are not accepting whatever. And so many things going around, So all of those, whatever we say, whatever we bring you here, we don't rant. We just, filter the information to make sure we give you the right information. So in a nutshell, as I mentioned, these were a few points that we wanted to bring attention to you. And knowing that when you follow us, you listen to us, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Through all those three things, you are supporting Pambazuka TV Online to grow, to get stronger, and to expand. So we, once again, people from all over, here in Canada, US, Europe, Australia, Africa, we encourage you. Ask your friends, to like, share, subscribe, so that, we can be able to grow this channel and we can be able to bring you the good information or, whatever you may want. Once again, we encourage your feedback. We will be able to answer according to our best, and if we can't do it, we will do research to answer you. So once again, thank you for listening, tuning to Pambazuka TV. My name is Enoki Noel. This was Pambazuka TV Online. We wish you a good night. And those people out there, it's almost morning. We say good morning and have a nice day. And we say God bless you at large. Ciao.